Each of you to have posted in the Facebook, sir. We really are looking forward to it, as Dr. Renuka said.
Yes.
Yeah, superb.
Yeah, thank you.
That was
Great
awesome.
guest job. Good evening.
Good evening, Bhagashri.
I think
I think both of our guests are in. We can actually begin now. It's
Shilpa, this is only a women's only club, right?
we have gentlemen in our group also.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Two of them.
we have two of them. Yes.
Okay, because earlier it was started as a women's only club.
Indeed. Then
I
2 years
remember
back
that.
we made some changes.
Probably that was the name Bharathi also came, I think.
Indeed,
right?
yeah, that was the main factor behind it.
So now Bharathi is transformed to Bharatiyar 2. Our concept.
Sarna ma'am, with your kind permission, I think we can begin the session because both of our special guests are with us right now.
Yes, as in when people are joining, I'll let them in. No worries. You please start.
Yes. Yes.
Could you wait a minute for Sanyukta because her mic was not working? I think
because she's doing the prayer at the beginning. Yes, we'll wait for her and then we'll kickstart.
Sugu, great going, Sugu.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, we have and Sai Prithvi.
We'll call something. Just ask Shilpa what we can call him.
Wow, Manas is inside. Manas is coming.
Manas is coming. Yes.
Yeah, hi Manas, the hero.
Yes.
Manas,
yes. Hi, Manas.
Hello, Manas.
Welcome.
Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Thank you.
Welcome.
Good evening,
Manas.
Bharathi.
Good evening. Heroes all charged up for Vallamai Tarayu.
Exactly.
That's a lovely program, Manas and Balaji. It's a beautiful initiative. Okay. And from our club, almost everyone is registered for that.
I mean, you guys are doing a great job, I should say. Balaji sir.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job.
Super.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're all waiting for it. We're all waiting for that.
Hello, Supna.
Hi, Raji ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Good evening. Balaji, good evening.
Good evening. Oh, vanakkam ma'am. Vanakkam. How are you?
Vanakkam. Yeah, I'm good. I'm Veera Venki's aunt.
Pardon, ma'am?
Veera Venki's auntie.
Oh, apadiya. Oh, okay.
Relatives, you know what he said? Chennai Bharathila எனக்கு ஒருத்தர தான் தெரியும். இப்போதான் நிறைய பேர் தெரியும். Now he's relative now.
Veera Venki is my very, very close friend again.
Yeah.
Okay, so nice.
We are all gym
I've seen
mates.
you there in their house, no? I have seen you so many times.
Yeah, correct, ma'am, correct. Rumba sandosham, ma'am. Very nice.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, if she's ready, we can, without further delay, we can
Sandesh
start.
is about
Sandesh
to, I
is
think
also
so call. Probably you can check with Sandesh.
I'm here. I'm just on.
Hi, Sandesh. Good evening, Sandesh.
Good evening, everyone. No, I'm just pausing the video because I'm in a place of pretty bad network, so I'm just trying to make sure that there's no lag in communication. That's it.
No problem.
Welcome, Sandesh. This is Dr. Renuka.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. God bless.
Has Sanyukta come? Yes, she's there. Balaji sir, can we start?
Yes, ma'am. If Sandesh is okay, we can start. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. I'm ready.
Thank you all.
So can we get started?
Yeah, Deepa.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are about to begin this program, I request you to please mute your mics. Please unmute yourself when it is your turn to address the gathering. We thank you in advance for your cooperation. But please do keep your cameras on. We want to see you. And give us your undivided attention for the next 60 minutes. Good evening, Rotarians, Annettes, and guests. We warmly welcome all of you to the installation of the Annette Club of Chennai Bharathi. I am Deepta, a proud Annette of the Rotary Club of Chennai Bharathi, and I will be your anchor for this evening. Walt Disney once said that our greatest natural resource is the minds of our children. The Rotary Club of Chennai Bharathi has understood this and has committed itself to mold and shape the minds and lives of our young people under the excellent captainship of the club president, Rotarian Swarnalatha Mahesh, and Annettes chairperson, Rotarian Shilpa Menon. Though this is the official beginning, the Annettes have been active since July 2020 and have completed a number of noteworthy activities. So, without any further delay, we once again welcome all of you to the installation of our Annettes Club for the year 2020 to 2021. I now request President Rotarian Swarnalatha Mahesh to call her herself and call the meeting to order.
Call to order.
You will now witness her light a lamp to symbolize that light dispels darkness and knowledge dispels ignorance, an inspiring motto that Chennai Bharathi abides by in all its projects. Thank you, President. So, do any of you remember what you were doing when you were 10 years old? Chances are we were probably not as talented or able as Annettes Sanyukta. 10-year-old Sanyukta is the daughter of Rotarian A.G. Satyan, the Director of Club Services of Chennai Bharathi. I now request Annettes Sanyukta to render the invocation. Thank you, Sanyukta, for that mesmerizing performance. I now request President Rotarian Swarnalatha to welcome the gathering.
Looks like she's just got a call or something.
So I guess we have a small change in our order of events. So now let's move on to have a short presentation of the Annettes activities in recent years.
Yes.
நெட் ஒண்டி ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டுங்க.
Over to you, Deepta.
Well done, Annettes. As background music suggested, that was the Annettes' small efforts to heal the world. Now, I request President Rotarian Swarnalata to welcome the gathering.
Good evening, all. Am I audible, Shilpa?
Yes, you
are. Thank you. I had a small issue with the network. And back to the Annettes. Annettes, I wish you all a great year ahead. And I'm sure that you're going to do many things worthwhile. And I hope you will all enjoy. I'm very happy and pleased and proud that all of us are here together for this new beginning for this year. Annettes, I wish you all success. And I'm very happy that we have the Annettes Council Chairperson, Mr. Rotarian SM Balaji here, and our Chief Guest, Mr. Sandesh Reddy. Happy to have you both here, sirs. And I hope you all will enjoy this show and also give your blessings and your best wishes to our Annettes. Come on, Annettes of Chennai, Bharathi. Have a great rocking year. Thank you.
Thank you, President. It was truly a fitting welcome. Our Annette Club is a potpourri of talent. We take this occasion to showcase the various skills and gifts that our young people possess. You can now watch Annette Akil Srinivas, the son of Rotarian Jayashri, the Director of Special Projects, on the violin, followed by Annette Shushrat, the son of our past President, Rotarian Dr. Shruti Nair, playing the guitar.
Namaste, I'm going to play in Sramale Meenakshi, Ragam Shankarabharanam, Adita.
And I'm going to play a song. Guess what song? Thank you.
Over to you, Deepta.
Thank you, Annettes Akil and Shushrat. You truly entertained us with your musical talent. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The time is near for a new beginning. Our Annette President for 2020 to 2021 is Deborah Shalini Samuel, a 16-year-old student of class 11. Shalini will be introduced by Rotarian Sujita Samuel, the T20 Secretary of Chennai Bharathi.
Deborah Shalini Samuel was born on the 23rd of July as the second child to the Samuel family. Deborah means honeybee. Shalini means intelligent and charming. True to her name, she is a sweet-tempered, good-natured, friendly 16-year-old. Her ever-smiling personality helps her to connect with people. She is a firm believer of honesty and gender equality. Her thoughts and ambitions are shaped by her voracious reading and the lives of powerful people like Michelle Obama, Indra Nooyi, and Melinda Gates. Like her favorite literary character, Elizabeth Bennet from Pride and Prejudice, she is outspoken, and passionate about life. More than all of this, her family has always been the wind beneath her wings. She relies on her father's guidance, her mother's strength, and her sister's love every step of her way. I now present to you all the Annette President for the T20 year, my daughter, Deborah Shalini Samuel.
We now proudly present to you the President of the Annette Club of Chennai, Bharathi, Deborah Shalini Samuel. I now request Mr. Pradeep Samuel, the father, to collar and pin Annette President Shalini.
Is that cracker sound at the back? Lovely.
That truly must have been a proud moment for the father. And now, on behalf of the club members and all the virtual guests, I wish Annette President Shalini a trailblazing year. Well, enough of me talking. Let's hear it from the lady of the moment herself. Shalini, I request you to present your acceptance speech.
Thank you, Deepta. A very good evening to everyone. I thank God Almighty for giving me this opportunity to become the Annettes President of RCCB. Muhammad Ali said, "The service you do for others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth." I believe this holds true for the Annettes Club and for the Rotary Club. So what does Rotary mean to me? It is an organization that unites people under one banner, irregardless of language, religion, gender, and status. It provides opportunities to learn about serving the community in every possible manner. All that one needs is a heart to serve and the will to do. My Avenue Director, Shilpa Menon's motto has always been quality over quantity, and I wholeheartedly agree with her. Every project should be meaningful and should be cherished by those who participate in it. We wish to plan and organize few events that will unite the Bharathi family, young and old alike. We wish to plan events where parents can participate with their children, have fun, and take away warm memories. We wish to observe days like Teachers' Day, Grandparents' Day, Literacy Day, International Day of Peace, Global Hand Washing Day, etc., under the presence of Club President, Rotarian Swarnalata Mahesh, and our Annette Chairperson, Shilpa Menon. The Annette Club should open the eyes of our young people and help them to perceive the world outside of their homes, schools, and friends. Both Shilpa Aunty and Swarna Aunty have been incredibly supportive of all that the club has been doing thus far, and I thank them wholeheartedly. At this point, I would like to thank my family. They have always been there for me whenever I needed them, and they've always been incredibly supportive. As I step into this point, I know that they will always have my back and be there for me through high or low. To my dear Annettes, I just want to say, in every single thing you do, it's important to learn and grow from it. I hope that each and every project you do, you will be able to take away something that will be useful for you. I hope that this year you will be able to learn and grow into responsible young adults with a heart to serve and a mind that respects our elders, traditions, and customs. I would also like to thank the Bharathi family. Though we are a small club, I am humbled because of their legacy under the leadership of past presidents, Sheila Aunty, Suguna Aunty, Renuka Aunty, and Shruti Aunty. They have been amazing role models for me. It is also a wonderful learning experience to watch Swarna Aunty lead the club with her unique style of leadership and grace. The nurturing care received from Shilpa Aunty has been such a boost to our club. I have no idea what I would do without her undying support. I also acknowledge the presence of Rotarian SM Balaji, the District Annettes Council. Thank you, sir, for being here. I'm looking very forward to hear you speak. I also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Sandesh Reddy, the king of sweetness and desserts. Thank you, sir, for being here. And now I would like to finish with the last stanza of the familiar and popular Papa Patil written by Bharathi. Please excuse my Tamil. உயிர்களிடத்தில் அன்பு வேணும் தெய்வம் உண்மை என்று தான் அறிதல் வேணும் வைரமுடைய நெஞ்சு வேணும் இது வாழும் முறையடி பாப்பா, which loosely translates to you must love all things, believe God is the truth, have a heart as strong as a diamond, for this is the way to live, my child. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Shalti. That was an amazing speech. The Annette chairperson, Rotarian Shilpa Menon, is the driving force behind our Annette Club. I now hand over the proceedings in her able hands to introduce the board of directors and give us a glimpse of how active the Annettes have been from the start of this Rotary year.
Thank you, Deepta. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening again. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Shalini. You articulated so beautifully. Well done. It gives me now great pleasure in introducing our Annettes Board of Directors for Chennai Bharathi for the year 2021. So let's begin our core team first. We have as Vice President Annette Surya, who is the son of our dear Rotarian Suguna Devi. Surya is 15 years old. He is studying at Velamal Bodhi and he's in the 11th standard. He really enjoys combining genetics and writing. He loves book writing. He's currently learning Japanese and he really enjoys anime series. I would like to highlight that he made us all proud by winning the Inspiring Annettes Award at the H1Z1 organized by the DAC in 2018-19 for writing a book at his young age. He also won a gold medal in basketball relay in 2019. Worthy to mention that Surya is an NCC cadet holding a rank A certificate Lance Corporal. As VP, Surya plans to extend all his support to Shalini and the entire club members for the smooth execution of the projects from various avenues. As secretary, we have Annette Akhil, who is the son of our dear Rotarian Jayashri. Akhil is 12 years old. He's studying at Kola Perumal School. He's in the 7th standard. He really enjoys hiking, yoga, playing chess and violin. He started yoga at the tender age of 7, and he has had a great opportunity to perform various yoga asanas at Kalinyar TV. In the recent past, he has bagged 5 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze medal in several yoga competitions held across Chennai. He's a marathon enthusiast and he has bagged 6 medals so far. He also won in the school relay team during his sports day last year. Akhil loves to articulate and is very meticulous. He hopes to give his best shot to keep good records of all events of his club and showcase the projects through his words. Next, we have Annette Shireen, who has taken up the responsibility of being the treasurer for the club. She is 15 years old and she's the daughter of Rotarian Nishreen. Shireen is studying at Church Park School and she's in the 10th standard. She's a very good badminton player. She enjoys music and sketching. In the recent past, she has won a gold, a silver and a bronze medal in badminton tournaments, not only at her school, but also at district and zonal level. And beware all because she has a brown belt in karate. She's recently successfully completed several levels of Cambridge assessments in the English language. As treasurer, Shireen plans to help the club by managing funds and organize some unique and fun-driven fundraising events to assist in the realization of the community projects. Now, moving on to the avenues. We have 5 avenues planned for the Annettes this year. Let's begin with the club service. It's Annette Charu Priyanka who's taken up the challenge to take this post. She's the daughter of our Rotarian Prakash. Charu is 14 years old. She's studying at the Vivekananda Vidyalaya and she's in the 10th standard. She really enjoys her arts and craft projects. In the recent year, she has won silver gold medals in school science exhibitions. She also won the gold medal in English SOP Olympiad last year. And at the sports day at school, she won the bronze medal in throwball. This coming year, Charu wishes to strengthen the camaraderie between the Annettes by conducting fun activities because she firmly believes that bonding will help the team perform better. Next avenue is community service, and it is Annette Munira who is going to take care of that avenue. Annette Munira is the daughter of our dear Rotarian Nisreen. Munira is 12 years old. She's also at Church Park School along with her sister. She's in the 8th standard. She really enjoys drawing, arts and craft. She's currently learning Korean and she's really good at hairstyling. She has recently won a gold medal in relay race conducted by Decathlon, won a gold medal in quiz at school, and also, like her elder sister, successfully completed many English assessments held by Cambridge. Munira hopes to bring lots of smiles to the needy people in the community through her projects and is very keen to make Clean the Wall project an annual project for the club. Next avenue is the youth service, and we have Annette Aditya, who happens to be my son. Annette Aditya is 9 years old. He is studying at the Lady and Dal School. He is in the PYP4. He really enjoys swimming, reading, photography. He's a YouTuber going by the channel called Adi Raptor Gaming. He enjoys playing the keyboard and drums, and he's really into 3D modeling, coding, and robotics. In 2019 alone, Aditya bagged 4 gold, 1 silver, 5 bronze, and 1 overall aquatic championship trophy from his school and various other swimming meets in Chennai. He is currently a Blue Hat coder and was certified as one of India's youngest game developer in March 2020. He's really into marathons. He's finished 3 of them in the recent past. Last year at the British Council, he finished his reading book challenge. And in 2019, he won the first prize for Crazy Hat competition and Save Water challenge at his school. Aditya wants to contribute to the team through his project, which will focus on sports, addressing issues affecting our planet, leadership, and technology. Because according to him, these areas are to be handled very passionately by youngsters. Next is vocational service, and we have Annette Aditya, who is the son of Rotarian Jayashree. Aditya is 16 years old. He's at the Lady and Dal School studying in the 11th standard. He is a fitness freak. He enjoys cycling, playing chess, and yoga. Along with his brother, he's also got a lot of opportunity to perform various yoga asanas in Kalinga TV. In the recent past, he has bagged 3 gold, 5 silver medals in several yoga competitions across Chennai. As a fitness-loving teenager, he has participated in 8 marathon events recently. In March 2020, he completed his first maiden duathlon, which included a 5-kilometer run followed by 20-kilometer cycling. In 2019, he won the Inter-House Badminton tournament in his age category. For the T20 Rotary year, Aditya plans to help all Annettes grow in the areas they feel they need guidance through hands-on workshops and trainings. The last avenue we have is international service, and looking after that avenue will be Annette Sushrat, who is the son of our past president, Rotarian Shruti. Sushrat is 8 years old. He's at Chennai Public School. He's in the 3rd standard. He really enjoys playing guitar, and he's very good at singing and football as well. In 2019, Sushrat won 1 gold, 2 silver medals at his school sports day. For football, he was part of the Madrid League Season 1, and he was even declared the best player for the team for that match. In 2020, he won the computer science and maths quiz competition at school. He is also a marathon enthusiast. He's completed 3 kidathons and 1 kid run marathon. Sushrat feels there should be more connection between Annettes, not only within one's club, but also from the outside club. So he plans to do his project to create more network and engagement at a local as well as international level. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our new baby club of Annettes of Chennai, Bharathi. I am really thrilled to have presented them to you today. And I would like to say that although this club has just been installed. This team has been quite dynamic already. And I would like to share now the projects the team has been engaging since July 2020 to now. In July 2020, the Annettes dedicated a memoir to the missile men by various forms through writing, drawing, also taking pictures. In July 2020, to break the ice and also to beat the COVID blues, our Annettes hosted a tombola evening and cheered all Rotarians up from the parent club. Our young Annettes learned and discovered the Japanese gardening art of kokidama. Our elder Annettes learned some grid drawing and shading techniques in August 2020. They also learned the art of clay mural. The same session was also carried out for the young Annettes, and they came up with really cute bunnies that day, and they really had fun. Then on the International Youth Day, each Annette was given the platform to showcase their talents, and it was highly appreciated by their parents. The whole point was to showcase the talents. On the Independence Day, our Annettes used various creative ways to express their patriotism. We had our very dear Rotarian Lata Kamlesh on the occasion of the World Photography Day to come and talk to our Annettes. She gave them very nice tips for taking better photographs using the camera phones. Besides the activities that the Annettes have been engaged in within the group, they have also been participating in the DAC organized programs. A special mention to Ahoy, where the Annettes really enjoyed and learned a lot about the nautical side of sports. Also enjoying, they are really learning a lot through the e-learning classes. And I'd like to seize the occasion to thank all the DAC team representatives here in the audience today for having come up with such brilliant initiatives. Our Annettes are really looking forward for future events, and especially the one geared for tomorrow. Besides that, our Annettes just recently also participated in other Annettes Club. The one that was held a few days back was held by Annettes Club of Madras North. It was a slogan competition, and two of our Annettes, Annette Aditya and Annette Shalini, won second place in their age category. Before I proceed further, I would just like to take a moment to address my dear Annettes. My dear Annettes, I'm really looking forward to see what all projects you come up with. And as your mentor and as a parent myself, I want to tell you a few points for you to keep in mind while doing your projects. Before engaging in any projects for the club, please always ensure that you have fulfilled all your academic and family duties. My humble request to all of you Annettes is not to compromise on your schoolwork or personal duties. Once you're free and you're doing your projects, use your time efficiently. The next point, plan your projects well before execution. As you all know, a little planning always goes very far, and it helps in the overall results of the project. And then, as Shalini rightly mentioned a while back, quality over quantity. And I really don't mind even if you do 3 or 4 projects. My point is, whatever, regardless of the number of projects you're doing, do it well, wholeheartedly. Put your heart in it, do it with passion, do it well. And with every project that you do, try to outdo yourselves. Don't hesitate to bring new ideas. Be creative, innovate, think out of the box. That's what we want from you guys. And last, but the most important, have fun. Learn from the experience, cherish the experience, enrich yourself with all the learnings you're going to amass, and build network, make good friends, and make memories. And I will always be there to support you, guide you, and motivate you. All the best. And with this, over to you, Deepta.
We wish the Annettes Board of Directors all the best for their future endeavors. Thank you, Rotarian Shilpa, for presenting the board in a truly unique way and for shedding light on their activities so far. We have another talented Annette who wishes to display one more facet of her talent itself. I present to you Annette Sanyukta, who will perform for Bo Shambho Shiva Shambho.
Over to you, Deepta.
Thank you, Sanyukta. As a token of our appreciation, we take immense pleasure in honoring the Rotarians and other dignitaries who are attending our installation. Over to Rotarian Suguna.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. I would like to welcome AG Nandagopal, who's here with us. And thank you, sir, for being with us. I also see AG Usha Kumar. Thank you, dear. She's my co-president also. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Rotarian Arul. I can see you here. Please share your video also to us. It'll be nice to see your smiling face, actually. And yes, I also would like to welcome Rotarian Ravi Shankar from Ambattur, and Rotarian, I can see, yes, the other Rotarians who have joined us from the district. Yes, we can see the Rotary, the Annettes, Manas is here, Adira is here with us. Welcome, dear, from the district. Yes, Arul, saw your face. Thank you. Yes.
Even Nandini is joined.
Yes, Nandini also. Welcome, dear Nandini. And yes, I would like to welcome all the other Rotarians, visiting Rotarians and friends from the district who have joined today. We have 34 of them in the team. Thank you so much for being part of us. And of course, our very own club members who are encouraging us by joining in full strength. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you, Rotarian Suguna. Our guest of honor for this evening is Rotarian SM Balaji, the chairman of the District Annettes Council. I now invite, again, Rotarian Suguna Devi Murugan to introduce him for us.
Yeah. Thank you, Shilpa.
Welcome.
Okay. Are you able to see my slide? It's
yes.
A special welcome which we just thought we would give to our SM Balaji. Rotarian. Okay. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. This is said by John C. Maxwell. And exactly, I would like you all to witness this again. S.M. Balaji. It goes like this. Sanguine are you with a cheerful, confident smile on your face, always motivating others to perform well. M. Mind-blowing and magnificent mentor you are for all your projects and events for the Annettes this year. Blessed are the Annettes team and Annettes of District 3232 who are moving to another dimension with brilliantly executed programs for them. Approachable, appreciable, and analytical are your decisions. Loyal and laudable are your thoughts and activities. Assertive and aspiring thoughts and communication makes you an adorable leader. Jovial and joyful person on the whole. Inspiring are your words in every meet, and also an ideal leader with a go-getter attitude. Ladies and gentlemen and Annettes, I present to you S.M. Balaji. He was born on 11th of October with 3 siblings, making his parents Mr. S. Marutai and Mrs. Rajeshwari proud, along with his wife Aishwarya and 2 daughters. He is a chemical engineer and holds a master's in biotechnology with specialization in bioprocess. From 1998 onwards, he has taken up his family business, the India Metal Works, which is into manufacturers and importers of commercial kitchen equipments used in hotels, restaurants, hostels, canteens, and hospitals. He has visited various countries, and few of them are Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, China, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, USA, UK, France, Belgium, Holland, Germany, and Italy. Wow, that's a great tour he's had. He is a proud past president of Rotary Club of Guindy and has taken up and he has become and taken up few of the district associate chair membership in the year 13-14. He was the assistant governor 14-15, district road track chair 15-16, membership extension for Rotary Club of Guindy, PETS chairman 16-17, and yes, this year he is the district Annettes chair. Welcome him to our RCCB. Thank you so much for being with us, Rotarian S.M. Balaji. We are waiting to listen to you and actually see your lovely, beautiful smile. Yes? Yeah.
President of this wonderful, lovable, more charismatic club, President Swarnalata Mahesh. Here afterwards, I think so I have to use one more prefix, my good friends, because most of them have become good friends, as I told in this journey in the last 1 month or 2 months. So you can always presume when I'm not saying as Rotarian, we are all Rotarians, so all of you all are my good friends in this club. Secretary Sujata Samuel. Sujita Samuel. Director Youth Service Sugana Devi. Annette Chair Shilpa. Again, one more thing I think so prefix you have to use the dynamic for all the Rotarians whom I'm mentioning from Bharathi, because again, if I'm going to use the word dynamic, I have to use for everybody, because all these people have been interacting in the recent past, and I feel the kind of energy you people dissipate or radiate, I could say, is superb. Like, it's very contagious and infectious also for the good, because nowadays positive has become a bad word, and probably these kind of things are also contagious. Contagious and infectious is also a very good word when it comes to this kind of a positivity spread. And the chief guest of today, Rotary, Sandesh Reddy, very soon, let's hope Sandesh also comes to our Rotary family. My very good friend Sandesh Reddy. Annette, the newly installed Annette, President Deborah Shalini Samuel, my DAC member, Rotarian, the most charming person, as Suguna said, Arul Malar, Rotarian Arul Malar.
Yes.
Hero of our district, DAR Manas, DAC Adira, Rotarians of this wonderful club, Rotarian Satyan, who's a very active Rotarian, Renuka ma'am, the most positive Renuka ma'am, Rajeshwari, Jayashri Kitambi, AG, the visiting my good friends, AG Usha Kumar, Ravi Shankar, Nandagopal AG, Annettes of this wonderful club, Rotarians, visiting Rotarians, guests, relatives, a very, very good evening to one and all here. Let me start with 3 good news to all the Annettes here. The first good news is I'm not going to give you any advices. It's a Friday evening, no advices. Our next chief guest is there, Sandesh, a restaurateur, most inspiring person. He will give the most learned people like Swarnalata, Magesh ma'am, Shilpa, all these people will give you advices. I'm not to give any advice. The second good news is for the Annettes is I'm not here going to throw something which I know, dump something on you which I know. The third good news is we are going to travel together for the next few minutes and we are going to explore a few things. If you like it, you can take it. If you don't, just leave it here. So deal? Can you move forward? Yes. So first of all, once again, I would like to just mention this entire journey because very rarely I get to have this as a journey. I always talk about this eve. When we talk about Christmas or Diwali, we talk about the eve. More than the day is just one day. That's all, it's over. By the time you wink of your eye, the entire day of Diwali or Christmas is over. But what we call is the eve, the 10 days before that, we buy new clothes, we make sweets, we bake cakes, we dress up the Christmas tree, we meet friends, greet friends, whatever planning for Christmas. So Bharathi's installation for me was more or less like a Christmas Eve for the last 2 weeks. Because right from the day, one fine day I got a call saying that I'm Rotarian Shilpa from Chennai, Bharathi. I said, yes, ma'am, please go ahead. No, you don't call me ma'am, you call me Shilpa. Yeah, fine, Shilpa, we'll take it that way. So the call, I mean, it was just a call to ask for my time. And it went on for almost, Shilpa must be 15 minutes, I think. So easy. Yes. We went to her stories of Mauritius and how she was and my tour to Mauritius, all that we clicked very well and it went on for quite some time. Then we fixed the date. It must be 2 weeks or 3 weeks back, if I'm right.
3 weeks back, yes.
Yeah, one of the clubs, very few clubs who plan things, activities so well in advance. And kudos to Bharathi for that. And after that, she didn't stop there. Immediately she said, she made, the moment she kept the receiver, I don't know what kind of connection, telepathy she and the president has. Immediately Swarnalata calls up and says, Rotarian Swarnalata calls up and says, thank you for accepting to be with us. It's nice. And again, we have one more chat, long call. Now I'm sure the visiting Rotarians and people, other members of Bharathi will agree why I'm saying wonderful or friends of Bharathi. So that is very important because my journey had been that way in the last 10 days. She immediately takes up a call and talks. And it was an immediate connect. And when I would like to talk about Swarnalata, Rotarian Swarnalata, one of the clubs she's so attentive wherever she has come and seen me speaking. So it gives me a little bit shiver also. Because immediately she puts in the chat box, thank you for the subtle message. I don't know what she observed it there, but probably Swarnalata only will be able to know. We'll take it offline, man. So that is immediate coordination. Yeah, Ravi. Yeah, please, Ravi. Immediate coordination from Swarnalata. After that, this entire journey comes the invite from Shilpa. So the moment the invite comes in, we have Shilpa sends me a message saying that our president, Annette president, Shalini would like to talk to you. Do you think you have some time? I said, interacting with people itself, I consider it as a big gift. And interacting with Annettes is the most precious gift for me. I said, why not immediately? And so happened when Shalini called up, I was one or other time I'm stuck or something. Because Sundays or weekends I have almost 5-6 Zoom meetings and I have to be very attentive also. It's not like just attending a meeting. I'm very attentive in whatever meetings I attend. So I said, Shalini, can I call you back? Immediately she missed out one call. Immediately she calls me back. So that itself was a very nice synchronization. And after that, such a lovely discussion I had with Shalini. When she said, I'm really gifted to select my subjects. Because today, we are in a land where we finish engineering and then decide what to do. Suguna, an educationist, is there with us. Hope she doesn't take the other way around, because I'm also an engineer. Sandesh is an engineer. So we are in a land where if we don't study engineering, we are doing a sin. So we finish engineering and then decide what we have to do. So Shalini had a wonderful thing. She said, Uncle, I'm planning to do this. I'm planning to do this. This is the subjects I have selected. And when I go to my examinations, I can always pick and choose what are the subjects I'm going to do. See, this is one thing, the kind of grit and confidence, even in an acceptance speech today. So it is phenomenal. I would like to say that Bharathi vandache, adukapra I need to Bharathi patti oru vaartha sollana, very nice words she said about Bharatiyar. The same poem, it continues this way. Padangal cheibavarai kandal bayam kollalagadhu papa. Modi midithu vidu papa, our mugathil umuldu vidu papa. It talks about the confidence, the grit and confidence each and every child has to have. And that is what Bharathi is telling. For the benefit of Shilpa, probably it says, never fear for anyone or anything. Be more and more confident. And that is what I could see. Normally what happens is whenever I go for these installations, I try to whatever the talents or something, I try to make a little bit note so that I could correlate. But sorry, Shilpa and Swarnalata, the thing is, there are so much of talents overflowing here. I really lost count of it, but it's for the good only, because I could see Samyukta dance was excellent, and Sharon Samuel, I mean, later I came to know she is sister of Shalini Samuel, excellent MC, very professional, the stylish. And it's very good, Sharon. You qualify for straight away. You qualify for a professional MC. You should take up that as a job, as a profession, also as a pastime profession. Akhil and Aditya as a YouTuber. I mean, very nice, because at my age, I'm thinking of doing something in YouTube. Recently, I started a YouTube channel. I think so few of you would have seen it. I don't know whether you have seen it. So, but for Aditya at this age, if he has started his YouTube channel, I think so what all he's going to do in the future, it's going to be great. And another Aditya who said, he's a yoga passion, he has a passion for yoga. That's really good. Then Shushrant. Yeah, the guitarist Shushrant, excellent. I mean, it was really fun. I think so I missed out a lot of the other names when it comes to this particular thing, because my apologies for that, because it was going really fast and I was trying to take notes, and I was so excited, super excited seeing and enjoy. I could not make a note of all these things, but that's very, very important in terms of our things. And tomorrow we have Vallamai Tharayu. Again, this I have great pleasure in saying that in the club Bharathi's Chennai Bharathi. Because Vallamai Tharayu is inspired from Bharathi's line. That is power through knowledge. It's a first ever Annette District Assembly, an induction and orientation program. The team has been slogging out like anything, and we are expecting more than 1,000 Annettes, Rotarians and families to participate. It is going to be the first ever event at this mega level scale in Annettes, and even we ourselves are like in a real occupied mode today, because a lot of after this we have a dry run going to happen. I don't know when it's going to get over. Manas, Adira, and the entire team is really taking out a lot of time. So I just happened to read this recently. Why doctors attend an anger management course? So it says a woman comes running to the doctor, shouting and screaming in pain. Please, doctor, you have got to help me. I have been stung by a bee. Doctor says very coolly, don't worry, I will put some cream on it. The woman says, you will never find that bee. It must be miles away by now. The doctor says, no, you don't understand. I will put some cream on the place you were stung. The woman says, oh, it happened in the garden where I was sitting under a tree. Immediately the doctor slightly raises up his voice and says, no. I don't, idiot, I don't mean that. Which part of your body did that bee sting? Woman still screaming in pain. Oh, my finger, the bee stung me on my finger and it really hurts. Doctor, banging his fist and says, which one? How am I to know? All bees look the same to me. So this is something which is very important. Whatever in terms of communication, as I said, for Bharathi Club, whatever we communicate, normally people say only 50% reach to whomever we communicate. But here, and that's a live example of the doctor and the patient and the bee story. But here, Bharathi is a club which I could straight away say are in inverted commas, a club for communication. And we have excellent communicators in the form of Suguna, Shilpa, Swarnada, and many more, all of them. Kudos to the entire Bharathi team. Here, Annettes, there was this guy who was eating a samosa. This is one of my favorite things, you know. What happened is, the entire episode is like this. He's eating a samosa and he goes to Twitter and he says, I'm eating samosa. Then it goes to Facebook and says, I like samosa. Then in YouTube, it says, this is how I eat my samosa. And in LinkedIn, it says, my skills include samosa eating. Instagram, here's a classic photo of my samosa. And blog, here's a samosa recipe. Foursquare, this is where I eat my samosa. Dear friends, dear Annettes, social media, yes, it's important. But the kind of friends you're going to get at this age is something which is permanent. And this platform, the Annettes platform, gives an excellent springboard for us to exhibit our skills, as we have seen in these videos, exhibit our talents, bring out the innate talents from us, within us, and go ahead and make ourselves a better person. When Shalini was saying, she said, heart to serve. That's really a powerful word, heart to serve. I don't know how in Tamil they say this. Shilpa, just excuse me for one or two words in Tamil.
No problem.
It says Anbe Sivam. What that means, love is God. So the heart to serve is nothing but love is God. And heart to serve is everybody. She started saying prayers to the Almighty, prayers to the God. I would say whoever has a heart to serve, they are themselves are God. And that is what it is. Love is God. Super. Go ahead, give your best in terms of whatever we do. And that is what will happen. I happened to read this recently, one of my channels also, I happened to present this, about this story about Abel Mutai and Ivan Fernandez. Not many people would have listened to this particular event. If not, Abel Mutai was a Kenyan runner and Ivan Fernandez was the Spanish runner. Both of them were going for a marathon. Abel Mutai was leading, and just few meters before the finish line, for whatever reasons, he did not understand the signs because he did not understand English. So he just stopped a few meters before the finish line. And what happened is, Ivan Fernandez from Spain was coming next to it at a good distance. He was shouting, go ahead, finish it, go ahead, finish it. Abel Mutai did not understand what it is. So and he was talking in Spanish, Ivan Fernandez. The moment he came close to Abel Mutai, he pushed him to the finish line and Abel Mutai won the race. Everybody seeing there was really zapped. They said, what is this? Ivan Fernandez could have won this race. The race, it was very comfortable for him to win the race. So all the reporters, more than crowding to Abel Mutai, they just thronged Ivan Fernandez. They said, what is this? Why did you do this? For that, very calmly, Ivan Fernandez replied, it was always my dream, right from the days when I was young, that I have to really grow up in life, really win many laurels and arise from that. And while I arise, I should also pull others along with me, take others along with me. And that was always my dream right from my young age. For that, the people said, what is this? Why did you make him win? They said, then he said, why did I make him win? I did not make him win. It was his race. He was standing close to the finish line. He is the one, he is the winner. He should have won that. For that, again, the reporters did not leave him. They said, But you could have easily won the race. For that he said, will that honor be of any merit to me? Will that medal be of any respect to me? And more important, he said, what will my mother think about this? Will she consider it as a victory? Never. And that is what is important, dear Annettes. And that's what is very important. When Ivan Fernandez went back to Spain, he was welcomed more than a hero by his entire nation. And that is victory for us. Whatever we are, in whatever we do, if we are straight and honest, and as we move forward, we also take along people, embrace them, give them the due regard and respects. I'm sure that victory, what has been got from that, is the real victory in whatever we do. And having to say about the chief guest for this evening, Sandesh was a very, very inspiring person to all. When Shilpa said Sandesh is coming, the Sandys is coming, I said, wow, that's really good. I still remember, because I'm sure Sandesh will also remember this, the very, very first meeting in our office when I met Sandesh when he was finally a college student, because that time itself he has started his restaurant. And he said, my first joy is buying a ring for my mother in my earnings. And he did that before he could. He very proudly said that I did that from my own earnings before I could finish college. And that is a guy who was absolutely driven by his passion, his burning passion to do things, you know. That's what I always tell people, if at all, to all the Annettes here, if at all your parents say, try your best, don't even listen to them. If your teachers tell, try your best, don't listen to them. I could see eyebrows raising, but whatever you do, give your best, give your best. There's nothing can be less than giving your best. And that we have a lovely, inspiring personality with us this evening, Sandesh Reddy, because I've been traveling with him from the last, I would say 15 years, if I'm right, or more than that. Sandesh will, when he speaks, he probably will answer. More than 15, 16 years, I might be traveling with Sandesh. Mansi and Sandesh, I've been seeing them right from this last 14, 15 years. I've been seeing them. I've seen him, his growth as a person. Growth is not only numbers. Growth is not the amount of lakhs or crores of money you're making. The growth is the kind of principles you stand for. In spite of challenges, he has never let out his ethics or principles any point of time this last 15 years. And dear Annettes and dear Rotarians, I think so. This is a very strong message. And being closely moving with Sandesh, I think so. This is something which I thought I should share it up, and we'll hear more from Sandesh. And there was this guy who was doing Upanyasam. I think so. Shilpa must be known. Upanyasam is a person who gives lectures on religious discourses or whatever it is. We call Upanyasam. So he was supposed to give a Upanyasam on a hilltop. So he went in a horse cart. He went there. Only he and the horse the driver of the horse cart took him there. It was raining, pouring. And what happened is, finally they reached there where he was supposed to give a speech. So what happened is, because of the rains, it was open ground with some shed. Everything was wet. There was not even one person there. So he asked the cart driver, what do you think? Should I speak or not speak? Because the stage was set, the mic was there, everything was there. Should I speak or not speak? The cart driver very politely said, sir, I'm not as educated as you are, but whatever little I know is only about horses. If at all, I have kept hay for 20 horses, and only if one horse turns up, I will not leave that horse hungry. I will also feed him. Having understood his interest to listen to him, the so-called Upanyasam speaker, the so-called speaker like me, immediately started speaking. This, that, probably like Bharathi, Bharatidas, and all those things, William Wordsworth, Shakespeare, everything, he started speaking. And after almost a very long time, then he said, he finally got, okay, he finished it and he went to the cart driver and said, how was my speech? Again, the cart driver said, sir, you are a learned man. I'm not as learned as you, but only one thing I know. If at all you have food for 20 horses and only one horse is turned up, you should not dump that horse with the 20 horses food and make him die. So before that, before you people think that way, we have an excellent speaker following me. And once again, my best wishes to Shalini, Shilpa, Swarnalata ma'am, all the Annettes. Go ahead, give your best. And I'm sure Annettes Council under a big hero, Manas is all geared up to give the entire support. Go ahead, give your best. Dear friends, I don't know your dreams. I have no ideas of your desires. I likely don't even know you personally, but I do know what you're made of. It's pure possibility. It's a core made of power. It's a mind made for visions. It's a heart built for love. It's a spirit designed to wow. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity and look forward.
Awesome.
Beautiful. That was really very nicely said, Rotarian SM Balaji.
Yes.
Thank you so much for these powerful words. Deepta, you may take over.
Sorry. Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Your positivity is truly infectious and has brightened our evenings. I'm sure the Annettes were inspired by your humility and passion. I guess in this highly world, so focused on the rat race, it is so encouraging to who's so focused on empowering and uplifting the people around them. Thank you so much, sir, for reminding us on what really matters in life. Our Annette Club is vibrant and a powerhouse of talent. So it is only fitting to have a unique logo for them. The designing of the logo was placed as a challenge before the Annettes, and the final design was that of none other than the Annette President Shalini herself. I now request our guest of honor to virtually unveil the logo.
Rotarian SM Balaji, may I?
Yeah, I have pleasure in unveiling the logo.
There you go. Deepta, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our Annette Vice President Surya will now reveal to us the thought process and the significance of the design of the logo.
Yeah. Good evening to one and all present here. I'm Annette's Vice President Surya Kiran, son of Rotarian Suguna Devi. I'm here to explain our Annettes Club logo. So when you look at it, what do you see? First, you see a circle, and inside the circle, you see a giant letter A with a mustache, and in the sides, you see the letters C and B. So what does that mean? The letter C and B stands for Chennai Bharathi, and the giant letter A stands for Annettes. The mustache stands for Bharatiyar. So what does the logo tells us about? The logo tells us that our club Annettes are surrounded and protected by the Rotarians of Chennai Bharathi to help the budding Annettes. Thank you.
Thank you, Surya, for explaining it so effortlessly. So, did Annette Sanyukta make you question the talents of your 10-year-old self? Well, our next Annette will make you question what you were doing at 5. Standing tall and proud at only 5 years of age is our youngest, cutest, and super talented Annette, Riya. Riya will now chant the Tirupugal, a challenge even for adults.
முத்தைத்தர பத்தத்திர நகையத்தைக்கு சத்தச்சரவண முத்திக்கொரு வித்துக்குரு என ஊதும் முத்தைத்தர பத்தத்திர நகையத்தைக்கு சத்தச்சரவண முத்திக்கொரு வித்துக்குருபல என ஊதும் முற்கற்பல மற்கச் சிறுதையில் முற்பட்டது கற்பித்திருவார் 30 மூவர்க்கத்தமிழரும் அடிப்பேன முற்கற்பல மற்கச் சிறுதையில் முற்பட்டது கற்பித்திருவார் 30 மூவர்க்கத்தமிழரும் அடிப்பேன 10 தளிதத்த கணிதொரு ஒற்றை கிரிமத்தை பொறுதொரு வட்டம் வட்டத்திகிரியில் இடவாக 10 தளிதத்த கணிதொரு ஒற்றை கிரிமத்தை பொறுது பட்டப்பகல் வட்டத்திகிரியில் இடவாக 10 கிரீடத்தை கடவி பச்சை புயல் மச்சத்தகு புல் பச்சத்தோடு ரச்சித்தருவ ஒரு நாளே தித்தித்து நடிக்க கழுகொடுகள் தாட திக்கப்படி அட்டப்பைரவர் தொகு தொக்கு தொகு தொகு சித்திரப்பவரிக்க அடிகடக என போத கொத்துப்படி கட்ட கலமிசி குக்கு 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 குத்திப்படி கொத்துப்பிடி என முதுகூகை கொட்புற்றல நட்புற்றல வரை வெட்டிப்பதி முட்டுப்பிதி என முட்டுப்பது முத்துப்பிதி என முதுகூகை கொட்புற்றல நட்புற்றல வரை வெட்டிப்பதி கொத்துப்படி வரை கொட்டுப்படை குத்துப்பட புத்துப்பிடி என பில்மாரே.
Wow. Over to you, Deepta.
Thank you, Ria. We salute your talent and dedication. Our special guest for this evening is Mr. Sandesh Reddy. Rotarian Shilpa Menon will introduce Mr. Reddy for us.
Thank you, Deepta. It gives me a great pleasure tonight to introduce you all to Sandesh Reddy. Sandesh was born, raised and educated in Chennai. He is a mechanical engineer with a bachelor degree from College of Engineering in Guinea. He is steadily climbing the ladder to become one of India's most popular chefs. Based out of Chennai, he is known for his various bakeries, restaurants, and dessert-oriented outlets. It is his love for food and, most importantly, the art that goes beyond it which fuels his passion. He began his first patisserie, Sinful Something, while he was still studying in college. It went on to be very popular, and that led him starting Sandy's Chocolate Laboratory. He now also owns and runs operations for French Loaf, Ox and Tomato, Hutong Restaurant, The Butter, The Radio Room, etc., to name a few. His other interests include traveling and spending quality time with his friends and family. And that was a profile about him. And now, on a very personal note, I would just like to add a few points from my side. Well, I have known Sandesh for the last 13 or 14 years now. And actually, I got to know him through his better half, his lovely wife, Mansi. And so this one day, Mansi invited me to try few dishes at Sinful Something. And I reached there. And I was really impressed by the fine cuisine that was presented to me. And I think more than that, I was so mesmerized by Sandesh because he was a young college goer at that time. He had already set up his restaurant, and I could see that spark in his eyes, that that drive in him. And I could really see that he's following his heart. He's putting his passion. And as years went by, it has been so beautiful to see his growth. And today his portfolio is commendable. The food industry, as you all know, is so competitive. And I'm sure that there has been so much hard work behind all what we see, what Sandesh has achieved today. He must have also overcome so many numerous challenges, And for those who already know Sandesh, I'm sure will agree with me that Sandesh is always reinventing. He's always coming up with new ideas. He's always thinking out of the box. And I guess that is what gives him really the edge in the industry he belongs to. So when I was thinking, who should we rope in, as our chief guest for this evening, Sandesh came to my mind immediately because I see him as a very powerful youth icon, someone who has followed his passion and he has materialized his dreams. And in a short while, Sandesh will be requested to address us all. I want all my Annettes to listen carefully to what he has to share with us today, and please draw inspiration. And with that, over to you, Deepta.
I now invite Mr. Sandesh Reddy to address the gathering.
Hello, everyone. Firstly, thank you very much for having me here this evening. And congratulations to Shalini and her team. I'm sure you guys are going to do, make big changes and contribute amazing things to this society. And Shilpa, Firstly, thank you very much for inviting me. And I know I've been a little difficult to get hold of, and I apologize for that. So I do remember the first thing that I ever ended up cooking for Shilpa. I mean, apart from the desserts, I think I landed up at Shilpa's home one day, and they ended up making a stew on a whim. And it was literally what we found in her kitchen. This was in 2006. And likewise, coincidentally, I ended up meeting Mr. Balaji also in 2006. When I was still in college, I had this weird notion that I was no longer interested in pursuing engineering at that point, and I wanted to start cooking. And I set out to do my first bakery. And the progression from there was to start a restaurant at some point in time. And then I reached out to Mr. Balaji and his brother at that time to see how we could design a kitchen. I had no idea what I was doing, but it seemed like an interesting thing to do at that point, and decided to pursue that. And it started with that one kitchen, and now we run over 100 different locations, spread across 4 cities. But before I dive into a little bit of my personal journey, there's a quote that I kind of keep referencing pretty much every week at least, and usually as a way of reminding myself about the important things that we should always be mindful of. It's a quote by Heinlein, and it's called "The Perfect Man," and I think it applies to women as well. I think so. I changed it to "A perfect human being," and the quote goes like this: "A human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set a bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for insects." This quote really stuck with me for pretty much all my adult life. And it seems like a really large quote, so I always write it down and I have to look at it. I'm not very good at memorizing things. And the reason it's important is, I think and please don't look at this as a lecture or as a one-way communication. I was telling Shilpa, I'm not very good at unidirectional communication. So I'm trying my best to keep this short, but at the same time, hoping that, we all learn from each other. I mean, and it's amazing and it's inspiring to see how all of you are doing so many amazing things. But at some point, life catches up. We tend to get sidelined, and our passions seem to be taking, back seats, and we end up becoming pretty streamlined into doing things that seem to be the more financially stable decisions in our lives. I grew up, competing in mixed martial arts, and I did judo professionally. I represented the state, going on to win medals at the national level. I used to be a swimmer. I used to do scuba diving, and all of a sudden, all of this took a backseat when I joined engineering school. And I was like, well, this seems to be the right career choice at some point. And my parents had actually not really like I was given a choice. My parents forced me into engineering school. So I was sitting in math class one day, and I was like, well, is this really for me? And as at that point, I guess as a rebellious teenager, I decided to go out and pursue other things that were not necessarily education oriented. I started cooking, and I started cooking a lot more than I would normally do. And my parents weren't obviously happy with that because I was spending more time in the kitchen than in college. But I decided to take a break from college and pursue this idea that I could build a restaurant. I had no formal training. I didn't have any culinary mentors at that point. I, in fact, didn't even know anybody from the industry at that point. But I knew that, it couldn't be that difficult. How difficult is it to bake a cake? But, hindsight, they say it's 2020. And I learned that it's extremely technical and complicated to bake a cake. And especially in the days of no YouTube, you had to rely on books and lots of trial and error to understand that baking a cake is not as simple as they make it seem. And selling it is a whole different business. But you end up persevering anyways and go on to do it. And the reason I'm bringing this up is you will in some point of time in your lives identify that it's important to obviously follow a career path, but it's also important to keep things that you love alive. And being able to turn that into some sort of work environment is not necessarily important. And I say this because a lot of times people usually quote that if you love what you're doing, you'll never have to work a day in your life. But it's also different that people come up with different skill sets. I'm very, very good at building restaurants and concepts and cooking, but it's not necessarily something that I genuinely have to be passionate about. I love traveling. I love scuba diving. Can I turn that into a business venture? Maybe not. And I don't see why that should necessarily turn into a business for me to really enjoy and appreciate that. I'm an average diver at best, but I absolutely enjoy that more than I would even cooking, for that matter. So it's just a good reminder for us to know that as human beings, as we evolve, we need to be, I guess, open to learning new things, trying new things, and learning to separate our passions from our work, and trying to hone skills that are not necessarily very unilateral. So if you start learning and asserting yourself with skill sets that are uniquely yours, and that will make you relevant in multiple applications. And I'll give you an example. I went to engineering school. I actually went to finish my engineering after my third restaurant, not because I needed the engineering degree, but because I realized that there were certain things from engineering that I could apply in my field of work. So then the question is, why does a chef need to be an engineer? You don't, but it does definitely help when you're designing and building your own kitchens, which is why I think Mr. Balaji will know that I usually go into these conversations maybe armed with some sort of half knowledge, but at least knowledgeable enough to understand when they present products and knowing what kind of relevance that has to my line of work. I still design almost all of my kitchens and their layouts. And I mean, I know every detail that I need to know. I don't have to rely on other people's information about it. Likewise with design. I also design the concepts and the layouts and the formats of how each of our restaurants and cafes and bars work. Can we hire other people to do it? For sure, we can. I mean, we always hire experts as well in these spaces. But in order for you to translate your dream and your vision, it's nice to be multidimensional. So that way people around you are able to understand the full impact of what you're trying to do. So I'm not going to really hold on, to this conversation too much longer, but I just want to leave you with one simple thought. And it's another one-line quote that I think I came up with it. I'm not sure if I remember, I read it somewhere, but it goes like this: be the jack of all trades while mastering one. And it's important because, you will realize that it's very difficult to master multiple things, and it's not right. I mean, I don't think it's not good to yourself to be so obsessed with trying to pursue perfection that you ignore the good along the way. So with that, I'm concluding, and I'm not going to hold you all up. I know we're already over scheduled. Thank you so much again for having me, and Shilpa and your rest of your amazing Annettes. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening.
Wow, thank you so much, Sandesh. Very inspiring. Thank you for sharing so much with us.
That was lovely message, right? Wonderful message for the young ones.
Deepta, over to you.
Yes, thank you, sir, for thought-provoking words. I think especially in a time where there's so much certainty for students, for people who are just out there finding jobs, I think hearing you, it's been very encouraging, very uplifting. Thank you for inspiring us to be brave, to persevere, to always be a learner and always consider the road not taken. And now, before we move on to the vote of thanks, audience who wish to share their thoughts or give their blessings to our freshly installed Annettes Club, please feel free now to unmute yourselves and share your thoughts with us.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm Rotarian Dr. Renuka Ramakrishnan. In fact, I'm really proud and really honored to be in this club, I think. All the Annettes, and especially Rotarian Swarna and Rotarians Shilpa have been doing a wonderful job. And all the Annettes are excellent. I can't say any words, not different between the small, little ones to the top elderly ones are also very talented. Whom to say who is good? Everybody is good in their own way. As Sandeep mentioned just now, so your own talents you can show in whatever little way you want, you can show your talent. So that's what our Annettes are doing. And I wish all of them a very great year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Renuka ma'am. Anybody else from the audience would like to share a few
Yes,
words?
I'm part of RCCB, but still I'm seeing the Annettes really doing a wonderful job, especially under the leadership of Shilpa. Lovely creative ideas, and this year I think all our Annettes are enjoying a lot. Thank you so much, Shilpa, from my side. And yes, Annettes, I got to see all your talents through Shilpa. Of course, she did make you record, and beautiful, beautiful, amazing that entire evening. Like I was just sitting and looking at all of you and wonderful talents. Kudos to all of you. Lovely. Enjoy the year, guys, and God bless you all.
Yeah, I also would like to say I'm Rotarian Mangla Jayachandran. I really enjoy, I am an educationist, and it was wonderful to see such a well-planned program, which we hardly see nowadays, I'm sorry to say, but all the credit goes to Rotarian Shilpa, and of course on our president, vibrant president. Look at it, smile at me.
Yes.
Great going. I'm so happy to be a part of Chennai Bharathi, and the inspiring speech given by both Rotary and Balaji, and also, Sandeep. Very, very good advice. Go to the youngsters, the correct, apt for the time. Thank you so much. Enjoyed the program. All the best.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Thank you, sir, for coming.
I'm past president from Rotary Club of Maidenpakkam. Congratulations to this newly formed Annettes Club. My advice to the Annettes, I could see them public with a lot of enthusiasm. Carry principles of Rotary along with you, and hope one fine day I see all of you all as Rotarians.
Yes.
Congratulations. God bless you. And very soon I should see all of you all established very well in your lives and becoming Rotarians. Thank you so much, and God bless all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, good evening to all. My best wishes to Shalini, the young president, and the entire team. It's a lovely work you have done, Shilpa. From the day one we have spoken, I was so fascinated talking with you, and I enjoyed every bit of coordination or whatever for this Annettes Club. And I'm really happy, and all the best to the team. And hi Jayashree, hi Suguna, hi Ramakrishna, Dr. Ma'am, everybody. There are so many good friends here, and my auntie is here. My auntie Rajeshwari is in this club, so I'm really I feel so close to this club right now. And
super.
Thank you, Ari.
That's really nice. Didn't I tell you guys? Arul comes, then we can see lovely smile, and we also become bright and really energetic. Okay.
Hi all.
Thanks for the invite. I'm so happy to be here. And the kids just enlightened the evening. It was like a firework there.
Hi all.
Thank
I am
you.
Rotarian
Thank you,
Rajeshwari,
Arun.
belonging to
Hi.
Rotary Club of Chennai Bharathi, and we have very talented Annettes in our club, and they'll do their best throughout this year. And Shilpa, you are doing very great job. All the best. Congratulations. Best wishes to all our Annettes. Thank you.
Yeah, waiting to listen from you, Manas.
Yes, Manas, please. The floor is yours.
So sorry, I forgot. Manas should have addressed us actually. Shilpa.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I should have prompted you. Yeah, Manas.
No issue. Okay. So, a very good evening to President Rotarian Swarnalata ma'am, Secretary Rotarian Sujita Samuel ma'am, Youth Service Director Rotarian Sugna Devi ma'am, Annettes Director Shilpa ma'am, Chief Guest Mr. Sandesh Reddy, Guest of Honor Rotarian DAC Chairman Balaji uncle, District Officials, District Annettes Associate Chair Arul Mala ma'am, Rotarian Annettes. I'm very happy to be part of the installation ceremony of Annettes Club of Chennai Bharathi. I'd like to congratulate President Deborah Shalini Samuel and her Annettes board for this year. I'm sure under the leadership of this dynamic and enthusiastic president, Annettes Club of Chennai Bharathi will be taken to new heights. Me and my team, the District Annettes Council, are ready to support Annette Shalini and her team in all their projects and endeavors in the future, and also to give them all a larger platform to exhibit their skills and talents. Our theme in DAC is Stronger Together, wherein all our Annettes across our district are there to support each other for all our growth as a better person and as a better Annette. The District Annettes Council has planned out various events and workshops such as Agara Mudala, Tirukkural classes by Girija Raghavan ma'am, Let's Speak, public speaking sessions by PD Jolivanan sir, Surya Namaskar Yoga by Ms. Kveda Prabhudas, and e-learning workshops which are on a full swing by Chennai Bharati's very own Rotary Sugna Devi ma'am. On this note, I would like to take an opportunity to talk about Valame Tarayo, that is the District Annettes Council's first ever mega orientation cum induction assembly for all the Annettes across the district to train them and extend our support in any way possible for all their Annette activities and also to develop various skills that are essential for the future. Looking forward to an engaging participation by all Annettes for this event. We are looking forward to seeing Annette President Sugna and Annette President Shilpa and her team throughout. I'm Annette President Shali and her Annette's team throughout this year and all our activities. Please feel free to rely on us for any support you need, Shali. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manas.
Manas, you rightly said, Annette President Shilpa, no wonders she is so enthusiastic like a youth only. So she is bringing up all the youth in a very great, energetic manner. And I wish all the Annettes a very successful year. They are all doing so good. And I wish you all also all the very best for tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Well, I have a message now.
Thank you, Manas.
Swarnalata ma'am, just a second. I would like to record and say my appreciations to Rotarian Suguna Devi because she's been the faculty for our e-learning workshop. That is wonderfully done because she was the moment we said, Arul Malar said that we want to do an e-learning, immediately she came forward and said, I will do it. And this is spanning over for a few weeks. It's not like one class. It's going to span over for a few weeks. And the response is super so far. The response has been very nice. Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint. Thanks to Chennai Bharathi for giving Rotarian Suguna to us and as a main trainer for this e-learning program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rotarian Balaji. I'm really, really humbled by all these words. Thank you so much. I must thank Arul because immediately she called me and thank you so much.
That was true, Ms. Rotarian Balaji. Sugna has been an inspiring source for all of us. So I know with her guidance, with her experience, Chennai Bharati now this year, 2021 T20 year, me and Shalini, as respective presidents of the club and the Annettes Club, will be doing wonders. Thank you all. Well, I have a message from PDG, Mr. Srinivasan, Rotarian Srinivasan, the trainer for T20. He conveyed his best wishes, and since he is traveling and he's held up, he wasn't here. So best wishes to you all, Annettes, from the PDG trainer, Rotarian Srinivasan.
Wow.
Awesome. I guess Deepta? Anybody else would like to share a few words?
Satyan.
Yes.
It's very, very good and excellent coordination, and I'm finding and all the kids and the performance are very mind-blowing and then very all cute one. Every individual having a different talents was displayed. I can able to see the Shilpa's pain for gathering all the kids and coordinations. The excellent going Shilpa, it's more than the regular Rotarian. It was the hands are going very, very nice manner, and I was very active by seeing this. Really nice one. Keep doing excellent one to everybody. Thanks. Bye.
Anybody else would like to say anything? If not, we can move ahead. Yeah, Deepta?
For your words and all the vote of thanks will now be presented by Annette Aditya.
Good evening, I am Annette Aditya and Youth Service Director of the Annettes Clubs of Chennai, Bharathi. We would like to thank everyone to have taken time out from their schedule to attend today's event. A special thanks to you, Rotarian S.M. Balaji and Mr. Sandesh Reddy, for having graced the evening. Your presence made it extra special for us. Extra special for us. All Annettes, thank you to all Rotarians, the Bharati family, fellow Annettes, friends and members of families for showing your support. This vote of thanks will not be complete without showing your gratitude to our Annette Deepita for having been a great anchor who surely steered the evening in the right direction. Thank you.
Over to you, Deepta.
Thank you, Aditya. Shall we all rise for the national anthem?
Shilpa, am I sharing it?
Yes, please.
प्रेस करें।
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा। विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे। गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
To enjoy ever.
I now request the President, Rotarian Swarnalata Mahesh, to adjourn the meeting.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Swarna ma'am. Thank you so much again, everybody, for having been present and motivated our Annettes.
Definitely,
it's been a pleasure.
Definitely, this needs 3 cheers. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hooray!
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 Well done, Shilpa. I am very,
Hooray!
very happy. Well done.
Hooray!
Very happy.